Welcome back. Take a pitch, episode 65, right? Yes. Yes, we miss you,
I think we're at 60, 65, 66.
Might be. I think he's at 50, honestly.
Still under 80%, though. 80%. That's the threshold for Macca. What up, boys?
How you doing?
A big week this week, didn't we?
Kind of.
Oh.
Bigger than most in February, I guess.
Bigger than most of the weeks we had this offseason.
No, don't agree with that.
No, you don't think so?
Completely wrong.
All right. You know what? It's fine.
The Lindor trade was 1 week. Arenado trade another week. Bauer signing another week.
Okay.
Then we had the signings all spread out pretty much.
That's true. They were all spread out.
Yeah, nothing was too piled up.
Yeah.
And we still got a couple guys to sign, Odorizzi being one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a couple names still. I think,
probably the top free agent left out there, right? I'm surprised.
Him and Jackie Bradley Jr.
You know what? I saw a list of the top 5 free agents still available. I would say that Roberto Osuna is number 2. Sure, he's a scumbag, but
he's a stud.
He's so good, though.
Yeah.
Can't deny the
And he's
talent.
still, what, 25, 24?
25, I believe, yeah.
Yep.
Unreal. Yeah.
Dude, yeah, he's already been up for 6 years.
Hopefully,
insane.
For the sake of his career and the fact that how much talent he has, he gets another shot. But, as a person, nah.
But, I mean, look at anybody else, like Aroldis Chapman shooting at his wife through a garage. I mean,
I think he got shot through the ceiling or whatever it was. Yeah,
it was through the garage door. He was on the driveway.
Was it really?
Yeah. I would say that's a little bit worse than choking, personally.
A little bit.
Yeah,
That's maybe my
either way, not.
What's a little gunplay?
You're into that stuff, Mike.
It's the adrenaline.
It's a joke.
All
Down.
right. Where are you starting it?
Well, let's start with real quick. The news broke that Tim Tebow, after getting a non
That's what you were working on. Hey.
There it is. He was invited to spring training to big league camp with the Mets right before he was supposed to report about a week ago, like early Monday, I think, right? Tuesday, Monday.
Yeah.
He said, "That's it. I'm done. I'm not all in anymore."
Mm-hmm. He has. He's been called somewhere else.
Yeah, and you and I were talking about this. He's doing a lot of,
a lot of his
religious
Christian
work.
Yeah, a lot of his Christian preachings and whatnot.
He does a lot of philanthropy.
Yes.
Listen, you know what? Good for him. I never had anything against the guy. I just publicity stunt. Hang on. I always thought it was a publicity stunt. The Tim Tebow himself never had anything against him. He's one of those guys that does everything the right way, literally the right way.
Always.
Literally by the book.
He can play. Like, it's not like he couldn't play.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, he was a good player.
I watched I watched 3 of his games when I was in school. I got to watch him play 3 times.
Yeah.
Hit a home run twice when I was there.
There you go.
And for a guy who hadn't played since his junior year of high school, I mean.
Yeah, and starting to get back into shape in his 30s, into baseball shape in his 30s.
That was 5 years, and he played in the NFL for another 3.
Yeah,
he was 8 or 9 years out.
Signed, right?
Yeah, he was 8 or 9 years out.
Yeah.
Or more.
Yeah, crazy. And for him to go that deep into it, I thought, I was cheering for him the entire way. I thought it was a great story all around, and I always liked Tebow, except for when we played him in the playoffs. That was the only time I didn't like Tebow.
Demaryius Thomas over there. We don't talk about it.
Yeah. We'll leave that be.
No, but at the end of the day, what Tebow did for minor league baseball, as a whole, every level he was at, not just for the Mets teams, but if the Rumble Ponies went to, I don't even know any other AA teams off the top of my head. Trenton. Let's say Trenton. The Trenton Thunder attendance skyrocketed because of Tim Tebow. All these small towns that survived on the minor league teams in the summer. When Tebow came to town, the attendance, the profit, and the economy in those towns skyrocketed because of him, because of the attraction. And you can say all you want about Tim Tebow, and I know I was his biggest skeptic, at least out of the three of us. But what he did for the game of baseball in these towns, in these communities, he didn't really take away any playing time from a lot of prospects. As we've said, the Mets don't have a lot of top-level outfield prospects.
He also DH'd a lot.
Yeah.
What?
He also DH'd a decent amount.
Right. So he didn't really take a lot of playing time away from some of these guys.
He took zero playing time away from anybody important.
Right. But at the end of the day, listen, it was a good run. It was a good run for Tebow, and would I like to see him in the major leagues for at bat even? Yeah, sure. I mean, you and I talked about this, Billy, yesterday or 2 days ago.
Yeah.
When rosters expanded to 40 in 17, 18, even 19 now, right?
19, they were still
40 in September.
We were in the playoff hunt though.
Right. So 17, 18, when rosters expanded to 40 in September. Call up Tebow for the last week of the season. Why not? Well, 18 because David Wright. Yeah, we didn't want to overshadow that, but
he could have came up before that though.
Yeah. The Mets could have made a shit ton of money going from Tebow to David Wright.
Yeah.
Granted, like I said, at the end of the day, good for him for realizing that he's not all in. So don't keep trying and don't embarrass yourself almost at that point.
Yeah. Baseball aside, let's just leave it as whatever community he went to, he always made an impact. Like I was in Binghamton for I think the two or 3 years while he was there, and he was always doing like obviously religious stuff with the local churches and stuff like that, and he just made an impact wherever he was. So
yeah,
let's leave his legacy.
So, yeah, tip of the cap to Tim Tebow. Wishing him all the best of luck in his post-baseball, post-football, probably post-sports career playing days.
He goes to the FCFL
or the NBA or whatever he decides to do next. Either way, tip of the cap to Tim Tebow, and wishing him all the best.
Yes.
So we go from Tim Tebow leaving the sport to one of the most electric players to play less than a year's worth of games, being locked up for the longest time. Fernando Tatis Jr., yep. 14 years, $340 million extension. And craziest thing about this, in my eyes, he could have a kid tomorrow. By the time his contract ends, his kid's in high school.
Yes.
That just doesn't sit right with me.
That is just crazy.
That just doesn't seem like right.
Yeah. No, it's just crazy. It's crazy long. It's a lot of money. And the Padres are geniuses, really.
Yep.
I mean, they're paying him how much this year?
$1 million.
One, and then 5 next year.
It's 1,
1, 5, 7, 10.
7, and 11.
11. Yeah.
The flexibility they gave themselves with this.
Crazy.
And a lot of it's in the signing bonus too, I think.
Yes.
It's crazy how much money these young guys are getting kind of ripped off of.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, I'm not saying $340 million isn't a lot, but like Acuna and Albies took nothing.
Yeah, they took
let's also think
friendly deals.
He's not really getting the 340 because taxes and agent fees and all that stuff. But he probably would have made more money. You're right.
200.
You're right. He probably would have made more money going through the arbitration process, than waiting for free agency. Because the kid's, 22? Just turned 22?
Yeah.
So he's pretty much locked up for life.
Yeah.
He's a Padre for life until maybe 2 years before his deal ends, and he waives his no trade clause to help them build for the future, kind of thing.
Yeah, no full trade clause and no ops, right?
Yeah, full no trade clause, yeah.
And no options at all, right? Throughout the entire thing.
No options. This is Fernando Tatis married to the Padres. It gives themselves freedom to pursue that window they have this next 4 years. It's the definite window. After that, you're not really sure what they're going to look like with an aging Machado. I think Hosmer's contract's up.
Yeah.
There's a lot of what ifs there.
They have a lot of depth in the pipeline though. So
right, which is again, they're building around Tatis then.
Yeah, well, they have this guy CJ Abrams who is a shortstop, but they'll probably end up sliding him over the third. He's a top 10 prospect.
I mean, is it crazy to think that Eric Hosmer was a bridge deal? Essentially bridging the old Padres that we knew and would love to play against because they were the roll over and die and give us wins pretty much.
Not for us.
Well, not for the Mets, right? Because Justin Upton decided to fucking
Matt Kemp, yeah.
Well, Matt Kemp, Justin Upton, all those guys. But these not even attempts to win a playoff, make the playoffs kind of Padres team. Yeah. They get Eric Hosmer. They're like, okay, there's something here, something to work with. They get Machado because they brought in Hosmer. They have some depth in the system. They bring up Tatis, and now they lock up Tatis, and it's all hands on deck for the Padres trying to compete with the Dodgers.
Yeah.
What do you think about this deal, though? Too much? Too early? Too soon? Not enough money? Too long?
No, I think for the time being, it's great for both sides for right now. And, for the Padres in the long run, it's probably saving them money. So, but Tatis still gets a fucking boatload of money. So,
yep.
I mean, like I said, as we were introducing the topic, he's played 140 games.
Mm-hmm.
He was injured his rookie year.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, you didn't want to see that. And he was well on his way to quite possibly winning Rookie of the Year over Alonso.
Yeah.
And then last year, he had a great start. Kind of fell off the second month of the season, but it's one of those.
Just September.
Oh, just September. Okay.
Maybe like the last week of August.
That is kind of the second month though when you start late July.
Yeah, but it wasn't even really. It was really mainly the last 2 weeks of the season.
Right, the last 20 or so games, right?
He cooled off from fucking hitting fucking 380 and home run every night.
Right.
September.
So the last 20 games of the season.
But he was still hitting well.
Yeah.
It was just those last 2 weeks that he was in a rut.
He was struggling. That carried into the playoffs a little bit too, no?
I
don't remember, honestly. Couldn't tell you.
Yeah,
I'm going to say anything definitively.
No, I know. It was, weird year to try to remember. Anyway, a guy who's played under 140 Major League games.
Mm-hmm.
I personally love the deal. Like, you're locking up a guy. You're locking up your future, really.
Yeah.
That's all the talent in the world. But I think it's just a little too soon.
Why?
A little too soon.
For who?
Again, for Tatis to say yes to this.
Well, yeah.
Granted, the financial security was great and all, but you also look at Padres' side of things, and you're saying, well, what if this is all just a flash in the pan? I'm not saying it's going to be. You just committed 14 years of your team's future and a shit ton of money to a guy that very easily in 3 years could be the next Jonathan Scope. I'm not saying he's going to be. But because it's so early, you never know.
I see what you're saying, but
like I said, I'm not saying it's going to happen.
That's kind of the same.
One of the safer bets in the league.
It's kind of the same. It's the same kind of thing as saying that Acuna or Soto are going to fall off in a couple.
You could say that. You could say that about every major deal.
Yeah.
Right, but
we're talking about a guy who is potentially going to be
the top 5,
if not the best shortstop of all time, easily top 5 potentially.
Yeah, changing the game too.
Yeah, he's the face of baseball.
Yeah, like I said, I don't think it's gonna happen that way, but it's still so early that it's a possibility. You can't help but say, "Hey, what if this happens?"
Mm-hmm.
It's something to keep in the back of your mind. You don't want it to happen. I don't want it to happen. None of us want it to happen, obviously.
Stop putting it
This
out
guy
there.
is the best thing for baseball right now.
Yes, he is.
But it's a possibility at the end of the day.
Of course, it's a possibility. Is it going to happen though? No,
I really hope not.
it's not going.
I think the money works out to what, 24 a year, 34 a year.
Something like that.
I mean, if they're getting 24 a year for him, that's a fucking steal.
It's a steal. Yeah.
Considering Trevor Bauer is getting 40 million this year.
Mm-hmm.
I saw a crazy stat. I think there's only 8 $300 million contracts in baseball. The Padres currently are in possession of 2 of them.
Yep. The only teams ever have 2.
No.
Really? Are you sure?
I think the Angels were 1.
Pujols' deal when they took it on?
I don't.
Pujols and then Trout.
All right. There might be some.
If I remember correctly.
There's got to be something behind
There's
that.
something behind it.
Because Pujols was probably under 300 when he got to the Angels.
Was Pujols just 300?
His contract was like 310, I think, at one point. As an initial, unless they restructured it.
True.
But he was close. He was close. He was like super close if he wasn't.
Like 290 maybe. I'm going to try and find the tweet that I saw.
Yeah, the only year that he's making $30 million is this year, and he was on a.
Then maybe not.
Really?
9-year deal. So, yeah, there's no way that he was making it. There's no way that was a $300 million contract.
Let me try and find
He made $12 million in his first year in 2012. 12, 16, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. So he went up $1 million each year from 2014.
Oh, here you go.
Career totals $314 million.
There are 7 players in MLB history with $300 million contracts. 2 play for the Yankees. Sorry. Yankees, Stanton and Cole.
Yeah, no, that doesn't count because they
That's what
took
it
on
was.
Stanton's contract. That's what I mean.
Right.
They're the only team to sign
2 guys.
their players
Yes.
to $300 million plus contracts.
Yes. So Stanton and Cole are 2, and they play for the Yankees. Then you got Tatis Machado and the Padres. So it's 4 right there.
Mm-hmm.
Then Betts, Trout, and Harper. Dodgers, Angels, Phillies.
Who's the next?
That was the tweets. Who's the next? Ooh. I feel like with this, it completely resets the market for shortstops. So you're looking at Lindor, maybe.
I don't think it's $300 million.
I don't think 300, but I'm thinking, it's a possibility.
No. Who's
After
the
him,
definitive?
looking at Soto.
Okay. Bellinger.
I think Soto or Bellinger. Probably one of those 2.
Okay.
Because Arenado was what, 260?
Yeah, something like that.
I'd say Soto, Bellinger.
That's all I got.
Yeah, it's.
When's Acuna's contract end?
What, 8 years? 8 years from now?
6, 7 years. Yeah, he's got 6 years left or something. 6 or 7 years left.
All right, never mind. Not him.
All right.
So, who'd you say before? Trevor Bauer? I heard.
I mentioned Bauer. I did mention Bauer.
I heard he's. I heard he's causing some havoc.
Oh, Trevor Bauer. When is he not? This guy needs to keep his mouth shut. That's for sure. Yikes.
What happened?
So he's taken on the entire Mets pitching staff, it seems like, at this point on Twitter. So obviously Trevor Bauer apologized to Mets fans for what happened with the merch during his signing. Signing the Dodgers, but teased a little merch on the website. And so he apologized. Said he donated to some charities in the New York area, which very nice gesture. Shout out to Trevor Bauer for that. Tip of the cap to him. Respect that.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, didn't owe anyone an apology, but it was the right thing to do. Then went a step further and donated money to charities. Can't hate a guy for doing that.
Yeah.
Now,
although it's tax write-offs, but
well, listen. we'll get the straight up optics. We're not looking behind the scenes like we normally do.
I'm just saying. Charity's not as nice as people make it look.
Oh, I know. So then, obviously, spring training opened this week. First of all, spring training opened this week, boys.
Yes.
Happy New Year, I guess, to that extent.
Yep.
Pitchers and catchers reported this week. So that meant pictures of teammates laughing together and being around each other for the first time in a while, really. Unless they were training with each other. And one surfaced of Noah Syndergaard and Robert Zellman. There it is right there. And then he said, nothing but smiles from spring training. The Mets tweet out with Zellman and Syndergaard. 2 pictures, one of them laughing, just hanging out.
They live together, actually.
Yeah, they're boys, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And Syndergaard quote tweeted that and goes, and then he said, quote, "I'm sorry I chose another team, but I'll donate to your charities." Obviously a shot at Bauer.
Clearly.
A funny shot. You know, it's funny.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's all in good fun. And if you're Syndergaard, you're thinking, this is my MO. I make jokes on Twitter.
Yes.
If you're a Mets fan, you think it's hysterical. If you're a Dodgers fan, you're thinking it's salty Met. Whatever. Thinking nothing of it.
Yep.
Trevor Bauer decides to reply to that. No, not that one.
No.
It was that one.
There you go.
We have, by the way, if you're not watching on YouTube, we have the tweets on the screen for our YouTube video.
Yes.
So I'll read it out loud. Trevor Bauer quote tweeted Syndergaard's tweet and says, "When mistakes are made, try to make them right. I know you wouldn't know anything about making mistakes, though. Hope rehab is treating you well. Was good to see you back throwing." You know, nice little jab back to Syndergaard, in my opinion. No.
Yeah. Where's the next one?
No.
Did you send it to me?
Yeah, the first one he pulled, the Instagrams. That one. Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
But again, a nice little jab back, something friendly. I know, something friendly though. That was a friendly response.
Yeah.
Nice of Bauer to take the high road, saying, "Good to see you back on the field." Because we all know when Syndergaard's on the mound and his Twitter game's on his A game there, he's great for baseball.
Mm-hmm.
But then things got a little weird. Thought all was said and done. Trevor Bauer decided to find some screenshots on a Syndergaard Instagram post, which was a fantastic caption, by the way. It was him pitching shirtless. Oh, we're sweating like grease monkeys out of here. Can't hold a new ball. I love a dodgeball reference. Anyway. So Bauer decides to screenshot these. And then goes, also at Noah Syndergaard, try to treat the fans better. They're what makes our game go. No place for personal insults, especially about someone else's wife. So he, there was a comment. I think it was the third picture.
This one?
Yeah, that one. Yeah. Somebody commented something that to show this to your wife. Guarantee she wouldn't want me to put a shirt on. You might actually get laid because of that, but she'll be thinking. First off, fucking Jesus Christ, man! What a response there.
What a legendary fucking reply.
You know, listen, guys will be guys kind of thing. It's funny.
Yeah.
So Bauer says this, and you know, obviously it came out of nowhere because he thought it was good fun. You know, he thought it was over after Bauer's response. Syndergaard, a gif of a guy digging. Keep digging. There's still more, I'm sure. Bauer replies, "See you at the bottom." I'm not sure where this is going to begin with. Those maybe friendly banter. Syndergaard, you bring a drone in your mixtape and it's a deal. Hashtag take a joke, bro. Now, the interesting thing about this one, look at Stroman replying to Syndergaard here. Twitter is all jokes, honestly. LOL with the shrug emoji. He's got a gif of a guy dancing
with a drone
flying around him. I thought it was funny. You know, listen, all in good fun. The Mets pitchers are probably.
Just to interject, Twitter would be all jokes and everything if you actually let people respond to you. But go on.
You know, it's all jokes and all fun. And the Mets have the best probably Twitter game in all of baseball among their players, at least.
Yeah.
Between Tomas Nido and Bob Nightingale. Shout out Tomas Nido.
Shout out Bob.
Yeah, fuck Bob. No, Syndergaard at his Twitter game. And even Stroman, he's very active on Twitter. He's the only one that you really kind of look at and say, take a step back, maybe.
Yeah.
But either way, he engaged with fans. That's all you can ask for.
Syndergaard is just always funny. And you know that he's joking.
Right.
No matter what he's putting, you know that it's a joke with Syndergaard.
Right. And Stroman, I get he's trying to use his platform for good, and I respect that.
Mm-hmm.
So to each their own. That's how you use your own personal Twitter account.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. Syndergaard decided to drop that one. I think that's the last one, right?
Oh, there you go.
Oh, there you go. Oh, sorry, something out of order. So Syndergaard, you bring a drone in your mixtape. It's a deal. Hashtag take a joke, bro. Bauer, you've got yourself a date. Now the great thing is, obviously with Syndergaard, his antics are well documented on Twitter. Mm-hmm. Great, and in high regard. The reply here from Richard Staff, but he isn't even your agent. Talking to Bauer about how he and his agent are a thing, pretty clearly. Syndergaard replying to this guy saying, "Well played. She's still not coming back." So apparently, with that, Syndergaard told this guy that his wife is never going to come back. Obviously, it's kind of a joke. Hopefully, for this guy. So obviously, Syndergaard, all in good fun. You never know what's going on. And then I think today this was, right? No,
this is that
was the first one.
This is okay.
Yep. So then today, 21st, someone was tweeting about some sort of politics issue with Bauer. Stroman drops a thinking emoji. Listen, he's allowed to interject. It happens. So Bauer sees that, goes, instead of subtweeting me constantly, you could just come out and say you dislike me. Speak up, homie. We're both men. We can handle it. Bauer's just ready to fight, man. That's what it looks like to me.
Yep.
I think the Mets are living in his head rent-free. And should be fun come Dodgers Mets series.
Yep. See you in 6 months. They don't play till August.
Yeah.
That's the first time they play?
Yep.
Yes.
In LA, right? Yeah.
I believe so.
They go to the Giants and then the Dodgers. So, yeah.
Yeah, that was just stupid.
Listen. Baseball season means Twitter's back.
No, it's funny. You have to know that he's joking. That's really it. I mean, I'm not on board with the last part, which I told you not to send me, but yes. But yeah, I mean, for the most part, it was just entertaining. I don't think either of them were. I mean, maybe Bauer kind of seemed like he got his feelings hurt a little bit, but Noah definitely didn't get his feelings hurt, and he knew that it was jokes to begin with. And
yeah, I don't think there was malicious intent there.
No,
at least in Syndergaard's part.
No,
can't tell if Bauer and Stroman just kind of stirring the pot like he always does.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of his MO.
Yep.
Which, hey, listen, someone's got to do it, right?
Yeah.
Every group has that one friend.
Yep.
And in the Mets rotation, that is Mark Stroman.
Exactly.
So I'm expecting a big year from him, I think.
Yeah.
I'm expecting a
bold prediction. Let's go.
Stroman.
Actually, not even bold. Just give me a prediction on him.
Sub 3.5 for an ERA.
That's a 4-starter? Well, 3-starter, really, until July.
Until,
June, July, whenever he comes.
I'm thinking of sub 3.5 this year.
Yeah, June. All right. If he could actually produce ground balls like he's supposed to, maybe he will.
He's got the stuff. The stuff's there. I think it's just been hard for him to put it all together. We had a couple good years in Toronto.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's there. I think this is the year he puts it all together and really shows, what we traded for him. Shows that he could be that guy that you can count on every 5 days. The one issue that he had when he came over in 2019 was efficiency. He was at 100 pitches in the fifth inning regularly.
Yes, he was, and he was giving up more fly balls than he ever had in his career, which
he was. And
is weird going from a controlled environment in Toronto to Citi Field. You wouldn't expect it to play that way.
It's interesting. It was definitely something a little quirky when you look at it.
Yeah.
But I think this year is the year he figures it all out. I'm looking forward to a great year for Marcus Stroman.
We'll talk about that more in 3 weeks.
There you go, Mike.
Boom.
Attaboy. Before we get into the meat of our episode, just a reminder, check out www.southsideprod.com for everything Southside Productions. That includes Take a Pitch, Tri-State Sports Beat, On the Power Play, From the Tips, and The Cut. New episode coming out, I believe, this week for The Cut.
Yes.
This Friday. Wednesday is going to be, I believe, a new Tri-State Sports Beat. I believe they're trying to figure things out. They're scheduling out.
Yeah.
On the Power Play comes out on Wednesday. From the Tips comes out Tuesday,
I think.
Yeah. I don't think I'm missing anything, am I?
I don't think so. One last thing.
Get your hoodie. Yes.
Go on.
Get your Take a Pitch merch. Yeah, get your Take a Pitch merch. Got the hoodie on right now. Really comfortable stuff. Jump aboard the Slam Diego train before the season starts.
Yep.
We got some Mets merch, some Phillies merch, some Yankees merch, and some Padres merch, some theme merch. Sorry. Go check it out on the Take a Pitch page.
Yep.
Anything else I'm missing?
Nope. You hit it at all.
All right.
Taijuan Walker signed with the Mets.
Yes, he did. 2 years, 20. I think it's the third year after, right?
Yeah. That was the biggest signing of the week, really. Right.
It's gonna be a safety net, I think, for if Stroman and or Syndergaard walk, they have a guy who
he's got stuff.
He's got stuff and can kind of help that rotation out a little bit.
Yeah. But it just needs to stay healthy.
Good signing. He'll wear number 99.
Yes. First since, do you know who?
Turk
Wendell. Yeah.
Dude, what a fucking wild card he was.
Oh yeah. I barely remember him, but I remember my dad liked him a lot.
He's sending Taijuan Walker 2 packages of his favorite licorice, his lucky licorice, that he ate before games, I think.
That's funny.
Listen, whatever you gotta do.
Yeah. The Mets have great depth, but as Mike's famous words were, we'll get to that in 3 weeks. As for now, this week we are on.
Actually, before we get into that, we forgot to mention we were invited to participate in a fantasy baseball league. Completely forgot about that.
Yep.
The 4 of us. I mean, Maka. We'll see how much of a part he has in this. Still sub 80%.
He'll be more involved in this.
Yeah, we were actually invited to participate in something called the World Pod Classic. 16 podcasts, baseball podcasts. 1 fantasy baseball league. We got the last invite. I think we'll do pretty well.
Huh?
I think we'll do pretty well.
I hope.
I think between the 4 of us, we should have enough to at least make the playoffs.
Yeah. Hope so.
This is organized by the Sunday League podcast, I believe this is called.
Yep.
16 different podcasts, though. I'm excited to know who our rival's going to be. Because, you got to have a rivalry.
Of course.
In every sort of fantasy league. There is a Phillies podcast, so we might make it that.
Yeah, we could.
Yeah. Posted about that on our Instagram. Player Tea Party advises us don't draft Edwin Diaz. Shout out to Player Tea Party, man. It's been a while
Great
since
guy.
we had him on there.
Great guy.
On here and listen, always a supporter of ours. Shout out to Player Tea Party.
Oldest friend of ours.
Oh yeah.
First friend.
Old friend of the show. Hell yeah.
Yes.
Go check out his page.
Yes.
Hopefully with his fans coming back, so he'll have more content to post.
I hope so. Yeah.
So yeah. Meat and potatoes now.
All right. So now we are on to the AL Central.
Whoa.
The
So exciting.
I don't know.
Yay.
Are they the worst division?
No,
Yeah,
no,
probably. No, it isn't.
What'd you say?
I said the NL Central might be.
The NL Central has the worst team in it.
Yeah. No, the
Worse than the Rockies?
are fucking bad though.
The Pirates?
Yeah.
At least the Rockies are Trevor Story though.
No, they're
Story, Blackman, Marquez, Salenza.
Their pitchers are not like I said, their pitchers are not good in Colorado. But I really genuinely think that they would all be good on other teams.
Right.
We'll touch on the Pirates next week, but the Pirates ace is a 25-year-old who has pitched less than a year.
Mm-hmm.
Mitch Keller.
Yep.
Mitch Keller.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they're in full-scale rebuild for the next decade.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. All right,
yeah,
so on
Mike.
to the AL Central. All right, start with the Cleveland Indians, just because I did it alphabetically by something. I don't know. Oh, no, yeah, they do have a lot of weird names in this division. So the Indians are first. The Indians finished 35-25 last season, getting a wild card spot in the playoffs last year. They, as you all know, traded Francisco Lindor to the Mets. They've lost Adam Simber, Francisco Lindor, and Carlos Carrasco via trades. Declined the options of Carlos Santana and Brad Hand. They re-signed Oliver Perez today. So that's an addition. They lost Domingo Santana, Sandy Leon, Delano DeShields, and Tyler Naquin via free agency. They added Ahmed Rosario, Andres Jimenez, Isaiah Green, Josh Wolf via trade, and Eddie Rosario, Heath Hembry, Brian Shaw, Blake Parker, Ben Gamble, and Billy Hamilton via free agency.
Yep.
They're an interesting team to me.
Why?
They trade away Lindor, who is the face of their franchise.
Yes.
For the past, 6 years? 5-6 years?
Since 2015, just his debut.
Yeah. But I don't think they got that much worse outside of that.
They didn't. I mean, so you see, I have the projected rotation and bullpen here. I'm going to go to the here you go. Here's the lineup. And yeah, they're honestly not really bad.
No.
Like, Cesar Hernandez is an average, second baseman. He good glove. Jose Ramirez, we know, is gold standard on their team, the new face of the franchise. Eddie Rosario is a great bat. Great bat.
Yeah, that was a great signing by them.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And Fran Mill, he had that great year with San Diego, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then he just hasn't been the same since. But, he's done it once. He could do it again.
Yeah, my question here is Josh Naylor.
Okay.
Is he locked in there? Because Rosario can always can be moved to the outfield, as the Mets were trying to do a couple years ago.
Mm-hmm.
It's possible
he's not going to the outfield.
I don't think so either, but Fangraphs does have him listed as an infield outfielder.
They have Luplo. Luplo's their lefty who crushes lefties.
Yeah.
They have Bowers, who's been there, who could play first and outfield.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're going to use Ahmed as the infield utility.
Yep.
They have a lot of flexibility in this roster here.
Yeah.
I'm not sure who the hell Daniel Johnson is, in all honesty.
He's a rookie.
Yeah,
he's a rookie prospect. He's supposed to be pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
He's an outfielder. I think
they split time with Jimenez and Rosario, though.
Probably.
It's going to be a rotation of Hernandez, Rosario, and Jimenez in the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Offensively,
I think they just got worse. I think they got worse.
They did get worse.
They got worse, obviously. Yeah. Well, yeah.
I think it's more significant than you think.
They got much younger too.
Yeah.
They reset the clock essentially.
Oh, kinda.
Well, with $40 million
like,
as your payroll, yeah.
Like we'll see what Andres Gimenez does in a full season. We'll see what Ahmed Rosario does in a new environment. Smaller market, smaller everything.
And Rosario was a former top prospect.
Yes, he was.
Oscar Mercado, can he kind of bounce back?
Yeah.
He's a guy to look at. I mean, you look at this team. Offensively, they have the pieces.
Yeah, they're not horrible. But
it's the pitching side that you kind of look at and you're like, okay, they're young.
I like their pitching. It's not bad.
All their starting pitching is under 25.
Yeah.
Yeah. I forgot Logan Allen was that young. But that's the thing. They're young.
Mm-hmm.
And
there is a lot that can.
I want to see what Classic can do this year after getting suspended. He's going to be fucking electric.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does what, 104?
Yep, pretty much.
Yep. And Max's boy, James Karinchak.
Let's see what he can do as a closer. After got rid of Brad Hand.
All right.
Wasn't Plutko used as a spot starter last year?
He's
too?
Both. Yeah, he could do both.
Yeah,
he'll be the long guy.
It's Plutko.
Adam Plutko.
Plutko. I like that better. Actually, you should switch it.
Are we just gonna ignore the fact that Oliver Perez is still fucking pitching?
No.
And he's still very effective.
Yeah. Ollie's elite.
The last man standing from the 06 Mets. Kind of crazy.
Not really.
Anyway.
Moving on.
Not really. He was young.
Player to watch.
Okay.
He was only
player to watch
then. Yeah. Player to watch.
I've had this written down since before we started.
Really?
Well, I just did it, so I didn't have to do it now.
I got 𝒂𝒂𝒅𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂. Had a little growing up to do last year. Pitched well. Definitely pitched well. But he's a guy who I'm going to keep my eye on because he has some talent, obviously. Everything. Computer shut off. That's so weird. Everything that happened with him off the field with the COVID protocols and stuff like that. We interesting to see how he kind of gets a full year after that.
I think that has literally no toll on anybody or anybody's mind.
I think it's the mental aspect of it.
That's what I literally just
nothing.
said. I said it means no toll. It takes no toll on anybody or anything's mind whatsoever.
It's affecting Max more than it's affecting anybody else.
Yes, I agree. 100%.
Okay. All right.
Nice, Billy.
Hey, there you go.
Always on the second line.
He's the second best hitter in that lineup. I mean,
it's him and Joe Rampton.
And to go on to maybe the best team with the best pitching in the division. Yeah. We'll see how that does. He's staying in division, so he's familiar with it. I think it'll help him. I think he'll do well.
I had him more as a player to watch too, to see what the effect of not having such a long lineup is going to do to him.
To be the guy instead of one of the guys.
Yeah, he's one of the two instead of one of like the six.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
All right, projections.
All righty.
Max, do you have
the over/under on the win total via DraftKings? As of the 18th, was 81.5. About a 500 ball club.
Okay.
I have them hitting the over, 83 wins. I think they didn't get too much worse. They did get worse, obviously, because whenever you lose your franchise shortstop, you're going to struggle. But this is a team that's still able to compete. You two. Mike says under.
I think they're good. I
So
think
Billy
they're
had
brutal
82.
here.
And Mike, you said 76, right?
I just think their young guys are not going to be consistent enough for them to win games. Like, we know what Rosario can do if he's on. If not Eddie Rosario, sorry, Ahmed. If he's off, he's terrible. Like, he's useless. Johnson, we've never even seen. We don't know. Mercado had a down year last year. He could be up and down. Jimenez, we don't really know. I mean, yeah. Naylor's been inconsistent. The only consistent pieces are Perez, but he doesn't really hit that well.
Yeah.
It's if Franmil Reyes can figure it out, which he's boomer bust. And it's really Eddie Rosario and Jose Ramirez.
Yeah.
And then hoping that your pitching staff, besides Bieber, puts it together.
Well, we could easily say that they have not even close. Nobody's even close to second place. The best defensive catching in the game.
Right.
Roberto Perez and Austin Hedges.
Yeah.
As his backup. Insane defense.
Stalwarts behind there.
Yeah. So, yeah. Anything else?
Are they a playoff team, Billy? You have them at 82 wins.
No. What? No.
No.
You're going to ask. That's all.
I think that the Angels kind of suck because they have absolutely no pitching top to bottom, and they're more of a playoff team.
Okay. All right.
On to the
Who we got next?
Kansas City Royals. The Royals finished 26-34. Nothing too special, rebuilding. They lost Frenchie Cordero and Khalil Lee in a trade. And Matt Harvey, Ian Kennedy, Mike Montgomery, Kevin McCarthy, Glenn Sparkman, and Maikel Franco to free agency, and Alex Gordon to retirement. They added Andrew Benintendi via trade, which we talked about last week, and Mike Minor, Michael Taylor, Carlos Santana, Irving Santana, Wade Davis, and Hanser Alberto via free agency. And I think I might have missed Greg Holland, but I don't know if he was already there. He might have re-signed.
Yeah, I think he re-signed, yeah. What are your thoughts on this, Mike? Because this is a team, as you said, that was rebuilding last year. But they were buyers this year.
It's interesting. They have a lot of young guys. Most, what is it? So, I mean, they have 3 guys in the top 100 prospects, 2 pitchers, and Bobby Witt, who's a shortstop, who's a year or 2 away. Their guys are a couple years away, but they do have the young pitching in Singer, who came up last year, and Bubik. We're both very, very good. I mean, Nicky Lopez is still young. I think he's 2 years younger than us. He's a good prospect at second base. Young guy. Witt's going to do what he does. Salvador Perez is a rock. Carlos Santana is consistent. It's just, can they be consistent? Like, their outfield can hit. Like, Soler.
Yeah, Soler hit 40 homers, right?
Soler, Benintendi, Taylor. I mean, we know Michael Taylor can be on or off, but he's been more consistent recently, just from watching him. Witt's playing right field. So defensively, he's already phenomenal defensively. He doesn't have to do much anymore. And he's still going to hit 300. Can their pitching be consistent? Their bullpen's kind of atrocious and 95 years old, but what can they do?
That's jeez.
And Danny Duffy's still the ace 15 years later.
he changed his number to 30, by the way.
30, yeah, to honor Ventura.
Yeah, with the blessing from Ventura's family.
Yep.
That is such a weird, very weird bullpen.
Very weird bullpen. It's huge, by the way.
Yeah, they're only carrying 3 bench players, as projected, at least projected from Fangraphs.
From Fangraphs, yeah. Which is odd, but I guess because they do have a lot of not a lot, but a lot of versatility in that.
There's a ton of flexibility,
on that team.
I think key here is how is that pitching staff going to do in a division with, and we'll get to them in a little bit, Twins and the White Sox, which are 2 incredibly deep lineups.
Yeah, strong.
And I'm talking about with the Indians, they still have the pieces that can hit.
Mm-hmm.
You know, this is a pitching staff that's sort of patchwork, but Brad Keller has pretty good stuff. Brady Singer was a top pick.
Yeah.
What, 3 years
top
ago?
Prospect. Yeah.
You know, this is and Mike Minor is a guy who we've seen his value keep increasing at midseason every year.
Yeah.
He's always a guy that can you get a package for him? A good package,
been around forever.
Yeah. Yeah, you can tell there.
Well, that's actually from when he was with the Royals. I didn't feel like.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I didn't feel
that's
like
an old picture, huh?
Oh, yeah.
There you go. Yeah, you can tell because it's a darker blue almost.
Well, it's a different picture.
By the lighting.
That's the lighting, yeah.
Anyway, but you look at this rotation right here. It's a very interesting rotation too. It's a very high risk, high reward.
Yes. Yeah, they got potential. Mike Minor has been pretty damn good over the past few years. Danny Duffy's going to be Danny Duffy. He's going to have a 4 ERA, usually right flat at 4 ERA. You know, a little over 4.
They're a year or two away.
Yeah,
which is crazy to think that because they underwent. They said, "Fuck this, we're done." After 2015, 2016, they're like, "All right, let's purge."
Yeah.
They let Hosmer go. They let Escobar walk. All these key pieces. Lorenzo Cain.
Yeah, they only have one player left from that team, right?
I think it's Salvi, right?
To be honest, right? No, Mondesi was on the team also.
Yeah, he came up in the playoffs. Not count him.
And Witt was too, wasn't he?
I don't think he was on the World Series.
He might have Danny Duffy. Come on, man, Danny Duffy.
Duffy.
What was I gonna say? To be honest,
yeah.
To be honest, Gordon retiring was the best thing that could have happened to this team.
Yes.
Why though?
It turned the leaf for them.
It allowed them to just move on, like to start that. They not that they weren't
to bring in a new era,
but it allowed them to progress. If he was still there, there was no shot they trade for Benintendi.
I mean, Gordon was a top 5 overall pick, right?
Yeah, he was there
as a
for
third baseman,
years.
and I remember when he was coming up, that they were saying like he's the next George Brett for the Royals, and
15 years.
Yeah, and he was, but just a different position.
Kinda. I mean, his defense was elite in left field. He was never a tremendous hitter, but he's one of the best Royals of all time.
Yeah,
he makes their all-time team 100%.
Yeah.
Oh, 10 times out of 10. And one of those guys who you just respect, played the game the right way, and you never heard a bad thing about him from anyone.
No.
Wasn't a huge fan of him.
Unfortunately,
15, but
unfortunately, his career was overshadowed by the fact that he was a Royal for his career, and they were trash.
Kinda. I mean, he was the best player for a very long time.
Yeah.
14 years, baby. 14 years.
As I said, turning a new leaf, and this is an interesting team. I like the makeup of this team. I think Santana's on a 1-year deal, right?
Yeah, yes. I believe so.
And then Salvi's coming off of an injury.
I'm excited for them in 2 years when they bring up their shortstop for the future.
Yeah.
And then they have 2 pitchers in the pipeline of their top 30 also that are supposed to be studs. So they'll have a young pitching staff. They'll all be under 20. They'll be like the Indians, under 25.
Exactly.
Pretty much. As long as Danny Duffy has anything to say about it, he'll still be there. But
all right. Let's get a player to watch, boys.
Player to watch.
I got Andrew Benintendi.
What a cop out.
Couldn't have seen that one coming.
What a cop out.
New environment, filling in for Alex Gordon, taking over out for Alex Gordon. I think he should thrive here.
He's used to taking over for people. Didn't he take over for Crawford?
Yeah, Crawford, yeah. I think so.
All right. Billy, do we have the same one this time again?
I don't know.
I don't think so. I'll go first.
Yeah.
What do you got? Adalbert Mondesi.
It's a good one.
Dude, he's been in the league for 5 years. He can't stay healthy, but his tools are so good. He's that rare combination of power and speed, but he hasn't been able to show it off.
Mm-hmm.
He hasn't been healthy.
Yeah.
And he's a great defensive shortstop.
Do you think he does it this year?
I hope so. He didn't play a fuck ton last year. He pretty much had a year and a half off.
Yeah.
Really, who you got?
Stolmont.
I like that.
I don't even know who that is.
He's the reliever that throws like 107.
Oh, that guy. Okay.
That guy.
Oh, that guy. All right. Thank you. That clears it up.
He came up in at the end of 2019, I believe. Or maybe he even came up last year. I'm not sure, honestly. I don't keep up to date on my Royals, but they have Greg Holland as their closer right now. He's that next transition he'll be their bona fide closer by the end of the year. He's filthy. He's got great stuff, puts it together. He's got a great catcher in 𝒂𝒂𝒅𝒊𝒏𝒈. Josh Stolmont. Watch out for him.
And there's a lot of experience too in that bullpen if you look at it. If you want to go back to that real quick.
Yep.
Wade Davis.
Their bullpen's solid. Their bullpen is actually very solid.
It was supposed to be a stud starting pitcher.
Junis is good. Lovelady has had a good couple of years too. Yeah. Like he's been consistent.
Yeah, they have a lot of guys. Yeah, I think Scott Barlow's been around a couple of years.
Barlow's been around for a little bit too. Yeah.
There's a lot of guys that can really help him develop. Yeah.
But I think Stolmont is the future of that bullpen.
Yeah, they're a very interesting team.
Yeah, any guy that can throw 105. That'll be it. All right, records.
Yep.
Over under 72.5.
72.5.
I think that's give 73.
Yep.
Mike's got 73 as well. Do I hear 73 from Billy?
No.
Okay.
I think he's going lower.
He's going a little higher, I think.
72.
72. All right.
Yeah, we think they're on the number, which is fun.
Yeah, they're it's a team that they'll cause some problems down the stretch.
Yeah,
they'll play spoiler.
They're really gonna ride on power, basically. Actually, maybe not really power all that much.
No, it's gonna be a mixture. Really, they have a lot of speed.
Yeah, they do have a lot. They've led the MLB in stolen bases in what?
The
last 4 seasons, I believe.
Benintendi, even Michael Taylor.
Yeah,
Michael Taylor. Yeah,
everybody besides these three right here.
And Dozier can't really move either, but
yeah, Ed Dozier in.
They can't
more than half their lineup can swipe at least 10, 15 stolen bases, and then these two can move a little bit too. So,
Alberto, I think Ponzer Alberto is a great pickup for them.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
If he can,
on a minor league deal, right?
Yeah, but he's gonna make the opening day team. He's gonna be their utility.
No, yeah.
Just I don't even know who the other two are. So I do, but they're not good. Well, they're all right.
All right.
Anyway,
Tigres.
Now on to
final
Los
notes.
Tigres.
Good.
Los Tigres.
Yeah, I think we're good. Los Tigres.
Tigers
obviously rebuilding. 23 and 35 last season. Didn't play the full 60 because they didn't have to. They literally didn't because I think they had games canceled and that didn't affect the standing, so they didn't have to play their last couple of games.
I think they were in the St. Louis series, something like that, right?
Yeah, something like that where it didn't affect anything.
That makes sense.
They finally got rid of Jordan Zimmerman's contract. Finally. Ivan Nova, Austin Romine, and Nick Ramirez via free agency. Added Ian Kroll, Jose Urania, Dustin Garneau, Robbie Grossman, Erasmo Ramirez, Derek Holland, Wilson Ramos, Greg Garcia, Renato Nunez, and Nomar Mazara.
That's it?
We know some of their names this year.
Yeah.
That's true. Unlike last year where we're looking at it's like Major League. Who the fuck are these guys?
Pretty much.
They honestly kind of have an interesting team.
They're not like if you look at them on paper, horrible. They're not fucking terrible.
They have they got decent power in the from here to here. It's pretty good power.
What, 2 to 6, yeah.
Those are
even Nunez.
They have negative speed though, like literally negative.
This is the slowest team Major League Baseball may ever see.
Well, they Wilson Ramos.
And
again, right
The only
here.
thing they need is 𝒂𝒂💄💄💄💄💄
I don't even know.
The same guys that are going to be hitting 80% of their home runs are also going to be the guys that are getting thrown
Scope
out.
is probably the fastest guy there.
No, Jacoby Jones.
No, out of two through six.
Out of them.
Scope, Candelario
can move. Candelario can move a little bit for his size.
Yeah. Candelario's the best player on their team.
Yeah. He had a great year last year.
And the year before.
I think, did I?
Solid.
I forgot.
I almost had him on one of them. I think it was on the underrated list. I think he was on the outside for me.
Yeah.
That we came up with.
Yeah,
like
right there. Plays, but...
And Goodrum is good. I like Goodrum. Castro was good last year.
Max, what'd you say about good old Nico right before we started recording?
Dude, he is such a where does he fit in anywhere? Like,
no, you said
he played like 6 different positions. No,
that's called a utility player.
He played like 6 different positions, but doesn't play. You know, when he does, he's very hit or miss. He's not consistent.
I mean, that was Wilmer Flores when he played the Mets.
Who is consistent?
Who can be consistent when they have no spot?
That too.
That's fair. That's
why Justin Turner. Turner of the Mets, inconsistent, nowhere to play.
Yep.
Goes to Los Angeles, becomes a star.
Yep. You know, they're an interesting team. This is a nice team for them for their transition.
Yeah.
Like this is how you know they're getting close to the rebuild.
It's a bunch of veterans with a couple of young guys.
Yep.
Can you go to the pitching one?
Yep.
There we go. Thank you.
Yeah. I like their rotation on a lot, honestly.
Yeah.
I think Urania and Tehran last maybe 2 months.
You think so?
Yeah, because that also leads into my player to watch. So.
Yep.
That's interesting. Well, I understand what you're saying. Yeah.
The control aspect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I know.
Is Fulmer gonna pitch? Is Fulmer allowed to pitch?
Is Fulmer's arm like
attached,
physically healed?
I know. Bro.
Apparently, he's as healthy as he's ever been.
Which and you can only hope so because the guy was one of the top pitching prospects in baseball a while back. You know, he was a big name.
Yeah, I mean, he was Rookie of the Year in 2016.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Listen, a guy with great stuff. Urania again. This is a team where they've got players who can play, as opposed to last year where it was just a bunch of slapdicks.
Hey, dude, who even cares? They're gonna suck. They have their 5 top 100 prospects that are gonna be fucking studs.
Which is unreal, yeah. They're over under 68.5, by the way. But anyway, let's get the players to watch. I got Jose Urania, which is interesting because what you were saying, Mike.
Yeah.
The guy was a top prospect for the Marlins, you know? Granted, that Marlins has never been deep.
When was he a top prospect for the Marlins?
Was he a top pitching prospect?
4 years ago.
Yeah.
No. He's 30.
He came up at 20.
You got to be thinking of Sandy Alcantara.
No,
Urania at one point was a top prospect.
Was he?
When he first
he's only got 5 years of service time.
He's garbage.
No, when he first came up, he was actually he was electric. And then
he's got good stuff. He's a garbage pitcher though.
Oh yeah.
My
personal opinion.
It's all about change of scenery sometimes for some of these guys.
It's all about
one of those guys. Also, he's pitching in a much bigger ballpark.
Much? Marlins Park is pretty fucking big.
Going from Marlins Park to Comerica. You're right. He's pitching in a.
It's the same thing.
Yeah, he's pitching in a huge ballpark still.
He's just
got a controlled environment.
420. You know what neither is the Marlins. How much do you think they really have that closed? It's really
that's true. It's
just
Miami,
day games.
Do you know what the best part about this is? That half of this rotation won't be there next year.
Yep.
What, Fulmer, Urania, Tehran?
You remember when Matthew Boyd was
any of them?
In what was that 2017 when he had that phenomenal first half, and then in September he had like a fucking 7 ERA, and then 2018 he had a fucking 9 ERA.
Yeah, pretty much.
And at the deadline, his trade value was through the fucking roof, and they didn't pull the trigger. Brutal.
Yeah,
and now he's their ace.
Yeah, to add on to my point,
I think Turnbull and Fulmer are both better, but sorry, go on.
Oh, to add on to my point, so the reason why I say that is to lead into my player to watch, who is 𝒂𝒄𝒉 Mize. I don't know if you can see that because I'm on my article.
Can't.
Bring it up.
There you go.
There you go.
𝒂𝒄𝒉 Mize. Even if he doesn't play a single game in the MLB, he's still my player to watch.
Mm-hmm.
They have him. They have Matt Manning. So all their top prospects are top 30.
Which is unreal.
They're all top 25. Sorry.
There's
Torkelson,
5 in the top 25.
Torkelson, they took
players to
Manning
watch.
and Mize, yeah. Dude, I could have said any of the they were talking about bringing up Torkelson last year before he even played a minor league game. That's how highly they think of him.
His bat is going to play immediately.
He's a stick.
My one problem with Torkelson is I don't really care for them trying to play him at third base.
No, he can play first base.
No, I'm fine at first base. I don't like that they were trying to play him at third base.
Yeah.
Like they drafted him as a third baseman.
Well, that's where he played college. Where they have a first base? Right now. Sorry.
Right now, sorry.
Yeah.
Candelario.
Oh, and that's fine. How many years does Miggy have left? If Miggy's done, then
Miggy's got to have at least a few.
2, yeah, all right, then that's fine. They could figure it out. It's not a big deal. But Torkelson's number 3. Mize is 11. Manning is 25 to add on to Billy's. Skubal is 24, and Riley Green is 21. They have 3 pitchers, a corner infielder, and an outfielder. They're locking up 2 positions. Yeah. And they're all going to be up next year.
Sorry. Miggy has 4 more seasons.
Sheesh.
4?
They might just buy him. They got to buy him out.
They'll buy him out.
Vesting options after 23 for 24 in 24 and 25.
Yeah, no, they just have to buy him out.
In which case, he has to finish in the top 10.
Dude, what would he be? Fucking, what is he going to be, like MVP? 40? Was he going to be 40?
He will be 41 and 42, I think. Yeah, 41 and 42.
Yeah. Miggy's got another year left, I think, after this year, in all honesty.
Well, that would make sense with the contract, wouldn't it?
Oh, true. 22. Right. I don't see him catching on anywhere. I think he'll retire.
He's gonna retire with the Tigers.
He has to retire.
He's going.
I don't even know if he plays next year either.
He should retire as a Marlin.
No, he played nice last year. He hit well, and he's been looking great in his
looking better,
his training this
I want him to be there 1 year with Torkelson. I think that's the most optimal thing. I
think, I agree. I think that would be really huge for him, honestly, for Torkelson. And it's, it's passing that stick. It was like DiMaggio to Mantle. They overlapped by a couple of years. It was passing the throne over.
I mean, yeah.
So the over-under on them, 68.5. What do you got? Yeah, 65. Okay, I'm hitting the under.
What is it? 68 and a half?
68 and a half is the line. Yep. I have 65.
68 and a half. Ew.
Seems a little high.
62 for Mike.
Their pitching is just so bad.
64.
And I don't expect them to call up their prospects this year. I really don't. Because they didn't pitch last year.
I mean, the only one that I would see is maybe Mize.
Yeah.
He pitched last year.
He pitched last year with them. So I think Mize will probably come up after the Super 2. But they're not going to call it Manning.
Oh, this is what I was going to say about Mize. Yeah, last year he came up, he pitched 5 games. He got rocked, but he pitched 4 of them against the Twins and the White Sox. So of the games he actually pitched against the best 2 teams in the Central and probably the 2 of the best offenses in baseball.
And I think I'm pretty sure he had a pretty nice debut too.
Yeah, he did, but he gave up a bunch of runs.
Yeah.
Listen, he's got. We know what he's got. He's got the stuff to do it. This guy.
I threw a no-hitter.
Yeah.
His first double start. It's there.
It's coming. All right.
Minnesota. Alrighty. So next up, we got the Twins.
Twins finished 36-24, winning the AL Central by 1 game over the Indians and the White Sox. They lost Lamont Wade via trade. Sergio Romo declined his option. They lost Jake Odorizzi, Homer Bailey, Rich Hill, Zach Littell, I don't know how you say it, Trevor May, Corey Guerin, Tyler Clippard, Marwin Gonzalez, Erhi Asdenia, Alex Avila, Matt Whistler, Eddie Rosario, and Fernando Romero. They added Sean Anderson via trade. They added Glenn Sparkman, Luke Farrell, Derek Law, Rob Refsnyder, Zhu Wei Lin, Hansel Robles, JT Riddle, 𝒂𝒂𝒅𝒊𝒏𝒈, Andrelton Simmons, Alex Colomé, Andrew Albers, Keon Broxton, and Matt Shoemaker. Is that enough players for you?
Want to run through that one more time for me?
No. You have the article. You can read it.
I know. So what do we think about this Twins team?
They're the same team.
Yeah, they are literally the same team. What really changed?
They lost May.
Aside from Rosario.
They lost May,
Rosario.
and Rosario, and that's really it.
They got
Rizzi.
They got Simmons.
They got Robles in the back end.
Yeah.
They got
Colomé.
and they got Colomé too.
Yeah.
They picked up 2 average starters, which they need.
Mm-hmm.
They have J-Hap and Matt Shoemaker.
Yep. You know what you're getting out of Berrios and Maeda, basically.
I think Berrios is very overrated.
I agree.
Yep.
I looked at his stats. I was like, wow, he's actually not good.
Mm-hmm. He's got nice pitches, but
yeah, his effectiveness is not there.
Yeah.
No. All righty. Player to watch. Tebow. I got Max Tebow. We talked about him a couple of times on the show. He's got all the tools to be the next great player for the Twins. It's just a matter of can he stay on the field and do it. He's got the stuff.
He's already really good. He's very consistent.
Also has a great first name, so.
I don't like him anymore.
I don't agree with that.
I don't like him anymore. Wait,
all righty, boys.
Wait, why do they not have Mitch Garver starting? What?
I don't know. Honestly, I don't even know who the fuck Ryan Jeffers is.
He's their backup. He's a young guy.
He's 23.
Yeah. I love how they don't have Jorge Polanco playing, but they have Luis Arias starting.
I know. I thought it was weird, but either way, even if you switch Arias and Polanco, you have a great player there, regardless.
I know.
Arias hits everything.
Yeah. Hey, he's one of mine.
Hey, there you go. Great picks.
Simmons.
Yeah.
So why you guys got Buxton?
Can he stay healthy?
Yeah. When Buxton's healthy, he plays. And he hit what, 16 home runs this year?
Yeah.
In 40 games, I think.
Me too. I'm pulling up his stat. The one year he played over 100 games, his stats were stupid.
Mm-hmm. I mean, when he plays, and don't even get me started on his defense and his wheels. Byron Buxton has the potential to be the best player in the game.
He does.
He just gets hurt every day. He gets out of bed and he gets hurt.
Yeah. What was it? I can't. It's like really
every day I wake up, I break my arms and leg.
Dude, the year he played like over 100 games, I think it was 140 he played. Mm-hmm. He had a 5-1 WAR.
Yeah.
Every other year, it's been shit because he can't stay healthy.
Yeah, he doesn't stay on the field.
Dude, he's got the power, he's got the speed, he's got the all-world range. Like, if he can stay healthy, he's a fucking problem. Yeah. Every year I used to, when he first was coming up, I drafted him fucking 3 years in a row in fantasy baseball because he was supposed to be the real, and he just kept getting hurt.
He's got all 5 tools. He just has to put them together. He has to stay healthy.
So what I'm hearing is we're not drafting him in our tournament, in our league.
We could.
Maybe as a bench player.
Yeah.
All right.
Probably get hurt.
Andrelton Simmons. Here we go.
If I had to have a backup, I'd pick Nelson Cruz. Dude's raking in. He's going to be 41 this year.
All right. Here's my. Do you want to hear?
He's the Tom Brady of baseball in terms of age and productivity.
Yeah.
So Andrelton Simmons. The reason why I chose him, he's in a deeper lineup now.
Yes.
He's already a godly defender. Like, they're probably the best defensive shortstop in baseball. Not definitely. He definitely is the best defensive shortstop in baseball. So when he first got to the Angels, not the first year, but this year 2 and 3, that was when they were better offensively. I forgot who they had, but he finished 8th and 15th in the MVP voting, And now that he has even more protection, I think he's going to – he already hits for consistent contact.
Yeah, he's been hitting around like 290 like every year with the Angels, right?
He's unbelievable. Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
yeah,
he's not
one of the most underrated players in the game.
He's not a slouch.
Made my top
no, he's not, but nobody thinks about him because it's like, oh, yeah, all-world defender, can't really hit, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
He came in 8th in MVP voting in 17. He hit 278, 331, and 421.
That's fantastic.
For a shortstop who doesn't hit for any power.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he was number 6 in my top 5 underrated list. Like, this guy.
He was in my top 5 shortstops.
He's also was on a team with Mike Trout the last handful of years. So a lot of people forgot he was there. When you think of the Angels, think Mike Trout.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
What else are you really thinking about?
He's going to hit in the 7 through 9, right? That's where you have him?
Yeah, they have him in the 9 hole.
Dude, he's going to fuck.
There's
going to be so much opportunity for him to drive and runs there.
Mm-hmm.
And set the table to get driven in.
Yeah. I mean, the Twins.
It's going to help Kepler and Arias.
The Twins have potentially the best outfield with
defensively and offensively.
Yeah, all the way around with Kepler, Buxton, and Kirilloff.
He's supposed to be.
That's shout out to Kirilloff for trying to follow us to get us to follow him. Thanks, buddy. The Twins offense you never have to worry about. They are just always so good. Josh Donaldson, another Brett Favre of its own, and you never have to worry about them.
Dude, the left side, their defense is so underrated.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Anything to the left side. It was like having Chapman and fucking Arenado on the same side of in high school.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, and then Buxton literally cuts off
Story and Arenado.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, Stories doesn't have as much range, but still, Buxton cuts off 2/3 of the outfield.
Yeah.
And Kepler is a way above average defender.
You got a good arm.
As long as Kirilloff can cover 1/8 of the field, I think we'll be fine in the outfield.
Yeah, which he can. He's supposed to be a pretty decent decent defensive.
And then Polanco and Arias are good. Mm-hmm. And then, I mean, Sano is Sano, but it's whatever.
Yeah.
And Garver even on the bench.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, they say 2/3 of the earth is covered by water. Season. The other third is covered by Byron Buxton.
Ooh. That was a good one, though.
Oh, come on.
It was funny.
All right. What's the over-under?
All right. The over-under is set at 88.5. 88.5 wins for the Minnesota Twins. What do you got, Mike? Wow.
I think their offense is
95 wins.
You can't handle the truth, Max.
See, I got him 10 games under you. I got him at 85.
Really?
They're going to be bad.
I don't think they're bad.
Did you have the Indians at?
I have them at second best in the division.
What'd you have the Indians at?
83 or 82. Right. It was either 83 or 82, yeah.
81. They're over a 90-win team. Come on.
Dude, their offense alone is over 90 wins.
Yes. And their pitching really isn't bad.
Dude, they find those middle – and their bullpen isn't terrible either. Robles, Dobnik, sorry, I can't read. Fucking –
Uber driver?
Duffy, Rogers, and Coleman.
Yes.
They have 5 guys.
Driver.
They have 5 guys in their bullpen that are studs. Or not studs, but like way above average.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And they play in a big ballpark, so they have a lot of space.
Sure.
Max, would you have them at 85?
85 is the minimum for them. Yeah, 85 is the minimum for them, but I don't know.
All right, I'm kind of
Matt asking for a bold prediction.
I'm kind of intrigued where you're going to put the next team.
Sure.
Ready for the next team?
Chi-town.
White Sox.
Chicago. Southside.
Are they're South?
Yeah.
I always forget.
Dude, I forget all the time.
So was Max when I made the home plate for the White Sox. He was like, dude, they're North Side. I was like, no, they're South Side.
The White Sox finished 35-25, as did the Indians, getting one of the wild cards. They lost Dane Dunning and Avery Weems in a trade. They declined Edwin Encarnacion's club option. They also lost Clayton Richard, Alex Colome, Nicky Delmonico, Gerard Dyson, James McCann, Nomar Mazzara, and Carlos Rodon. Via free agency, they added Lance Lynn via trade, Tim Beckham, Adam Eaton, Matt Reynolds, Mike Wright, Marco Hernandez, Liam Hendricks, Nick Williams, and Jonathan Lucroy via free agency.
All right.
Listen, not a bad club at all.
Oh, really?
Not a bad club.
Didn't know.
Not a bad club.
What about them?
Wait, they have Carlos Rodon? Oh, they must have re-signed him recently.
Yeah, they re-signed him.
They re-signed him, yeah.
Last week.
Oh, okay. I didn't see that.
Or 2 weeks ago, actually.
I didn't see that. I thought that he,
Mike, you do Mike's transactions. Come on, man.
I don't fucking pay attention to
This fucking guy.
that. I just read
Yep.
This is a very good ball club.
Great start.
Liam Hendricks.
Potential for a great starting staff. They also have Ronaldo Lopez and Michael Kopech as options.
Mm-hmm.
I honestly don't
Kopech
know.
I can see being a Super 2 guy.
I don't know a few of their relievers, but they have a night.
Kopech's going to be a bullpen arm. He throws 105.
The Aussie mate is going to be electric down there. And then what else can you say about their offense besides elite?
Why is Adam Engel still there?
Who?
Adam Engel. Besides his defensive ability.
Tremendous defense, but that's why he's in the 8-hole. They're the worst.
They
in
also,
the 8-hole.
I also saw Andrew Vaughn starting at DH for them. So
Really?
I saw Vaughn. I saw somewhere.
Where'd you guys see that? Do you remember?
I saw it. I know
Baseball
I saw it. Definitely
America, maybe.
ESPN also.
Okay. Yeah, I use Fangraphs.
Yeah, no. I mean, this is as of then.
Mm-hmm.
So this is as of the 20th. So.
No, yeah, I think it will be Vaughn. I don't think to start the season though. I don't think that he'll break camp. There's no point.
They'll wait for.
You think he will?
Dude, he's a stick also. If he's hitting in spring, I think he does.
Why not just wait the 3 weeks and get him for an extra year though?
Who do they currently have him as DHing?
DH would be Eloy,
probably.
Yeah, it'd have to be because they stick Angle in the outfield.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
That's fine. Oh, they still have Lurie as well.
And Eaton.
Okay.
Yeah,
I don't know why they signed Adam Eaton, honestly.
No clue.
Waste of space. Todd Frazier would know that best.
They have a lot of young guys that are going to come up too. Like we talked about Vaughn, Kopech will probably come up as well. Magridal is already slotted in at second base.
Yep.
And Garrett Crochet.
Who?
Garrett Crochet.
Wait, who's that? Him?
Yeah.
That's not how you say his name.
Fuck y'all.
According to Max, apparently.
How do you say his name?
It's Garrett Crochet.
Max, say his name.
Garrett Crochet.
No.
Crotchet. Guy got drafted last year and came up and pitched, and he was fucking lights out.
He's going to be electric again.
Filthy.
Where is it? I have it right here. He pitched 6 innings, gave up 3 hits, no runs, and 8 strikeouts, and pitched in the playoffs.
And he throws 104.
104, yeah.
They have a great bullpen. They really do.
Good. Bummer, Hendricks, Crochet, Cordero, and Lopez.
Mm-hmm.
Stupid.
And throwing those other guys like Evan Marshall, he's been good.
Yeah.
I don't really know who Cody Hugh or Matt Foster are, but doesn't really matter.
I see them bringing up Fulmer, not Fulmer, fucking Kopech, and just throwing him in there.
I can see that.
That throws 105.
He's going to be what, 25 this year?
Yeah, with a wipeout slider. Yeah, which sucks for him though, because he chose to sit out last year.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he just chose to.
Was he coming off of Tommy John?
And he was coming off of Tommy John the year before that.
Yeah. So.
Player to watch.
Player to watch.
Write it down. Hang on. What do you guys go first?
Micker Adolfo.
Is that actually who you chose?
No.
I don't even know who that is. I see he's there, but I want to go last because I want to see Billy's reaction to mine.
He was their 11th ranked prospect.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Motherfucker.
Well, yeah, Max, you know who mine is. So I'll just go first if nobody's ready.
Yeah, you
Really,
could
you're gonna hate mine,
go.
I mean,
but you want to know my reasoning why?
Yes.
I looked at his stats. So Adam Eaton is returning where he had his best MLB seasons with a team that is loaded top to bottom.
Mm-hmm.
He has now he was playing center field when he was there, so now he has less defensive responsibility because of Luis Roberts. So he's playing a corner, and he's going to have a shit ton of protection, and he already produces anyway.
Yes.
So in 2016, he actually got votes in the MVP.
Yes.
So if he can do anything close to that with less defensive responsibility and a lot more protection, it's a fucking steal. And he knows the place well.
Mm-hmm.
What was it, $5 million, something like that?
And he's a veteran presence on a young team.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it was 5.
Yeah.
As much
It
as you
was a
hate.
cheap deal. What do you got?
Moncada.
I was thinking that too.
I mean,
Why do you say Moncada?
He has the potential to be the best player on that team. He
Which
has
is
played.
crazy to think they had the MVP last year too.
Yeah, and he has potential to be the best player on the team. He's been very good over the past few years. He's going to be 26 this year, getting to the thick and peak of his career. See how he does.
Mm-hmm.
He needs to take one more step to become that elite player. Playing third base, he's got a great arm. He's a great player. He's got wheels too.
But yeah, Lance Lynn.
Okay.
And Garrett Crochet. Fuck you guys.
Who?
Oh, what?
Who was
that one up there?
Who was your second one?
Garrett Crochet.
I don't know who that is.
Neither do I.
You're saying it with an accent for some reason. Okay,
Lance
so I'll
Lynn,
go to the pitcher
just
slide
like
for
a
you.
guy like what?
I'll go for the. I just went to the pitcher slide for you.
Yeah. So Lance Lynn is a guy like Mike Minor we were talking about. You know, a guy who's lately his value has been phenomenal. You know, the guy's been talked about numerous times at the deadline,
Mm-hmm.
and he's produced. He's done what he needs to do. He's going to give you a 3.5, 3.6 ERA.
Yep.
And in a division like this, you need a guy who's going to keep balls in the park and who's going to be able to keep runners from scoring. And Lance Lynn's a guy who can do that.
Mm-hmm.
Giolito's took a big step last year. Kind of showed that this is what we're waiting. This is what we're waiting for. This was the Giolito we're waiting for. Dallas Keuchel, you're not sure what he's going to get. You're going to get out of him.
Mm-hmm.
He's getting up there. So between Cease and Rodon, it's you need that another piece, and Lance Lynn fits perfectly in this rotation. And I think he's gonna have a big year for the Sox.
Good veteran that they need.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah,
all right,
good pick. And what about the second guy?
Oh, just had to do it to fuck with you guys.
Okay, what's their over under?
Yeah. Over under 91.5.
91.5.
91.5. Yes, no. 97.
97.
95.
95. I got 93.
I have a tie
Oh,
on
wow.
top of the division.
Between Twins and Sox.
Mm-hmm.
So
And they
why
go
do you
with
guys
those
have?
7 games. So into the playoff.
You guys really think that these are 95 plus win teams?
Dude, you realize that
Those
they
guys-
play their division
I know.
17 times
a
a piece.
year.
Yeah.
18.
Yeah.
Whatever.
No,
it
I
may
know.
be. That's a lot to be playing the White Sox versus the fucking Royals, the White Sox versus the Tigers.
I know, yeah.
Even the Indians, they're going to slaughter them.
Yeah.
The White Sox are the best team in this division.
I think
All
it's
around.
close.
While the Twins are easily the best offensive team.
And defensive team.
Yes. The White Sox just look at this pitching.
I don't think it's that. I don't think their starting is that good.
You don't think the starting's that much better than this?
I think it's about the same besides
Really?
Giolito and Lin. Like the rest of it's just a bunch of average pieces of shit.
I think Keuchel is definitely
Dude,
better
he's
than,
like 36 at this point.
I still think
How
that
much longer can he do it?
He can't be 36.
He's got to be 30 something. He's in his
I
30s.
say he's 33. But either way,
Dallas Keuchel is 33.
Is he? Okay. I just don't think he's that good.
He's not.
Celebrating.
But he's better than J Hap, in my opinion.
I mean,
Yeah.
That's not saying much.
No, it's not. But I'm just putting them up against each other to who would be the same, since he's, the one lefty. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think that you don't really know what you're going to get out of
the Twins can outgun them.
I don't know. I think I like the White Sox bullpen better.
It's a crapshoot because
they're gonna be fighting all the way through to the end. I do agree. I personally think that the White Sox are a much better team.
Mm-hmm.
I think they have a more complete lineup besides Adam Engel. Everyone could hit.
So Mike, so you got a tie atop the division.
Mm-hmm.
Who wins it?
They have to do a game of rock, paper, scissors between Luis Robert and Byron Buxton.
So we're looking at hopefully probably an injured pointer finger, right, for Buxton. They'll keep him out of the game.
Yeah, I don't know. Based on that, it's based on head-to-head at that point, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's the first tiebreak. I think the Twins will end up winning it. I just think they're going to be able to outscore them and just win games that way. They'll win games fucking 12-10, but they'll still win.
All right.
Okay. I think this is going to be a fun division to watch because even the Indians, they're still going to be semi-competitive.
Why do you see this as just a crapshoot division? Because your records stand at
every team finishing 500.
The White Sox being the best at 93. Then the second best, Twins at 85. Indians at 83. Royals at 73. Tigers at 65.
I mean, I just see this as it's a talented division. Don't get me wrong. There's a lot of talent within the division.
Yeah.
Obviously, the Sox and the Twins are two of the most talented teams. I probably went low on the Twins number. Listening to you guys.
You have to remember they were a 100-win team 2 years ago.
Right, and I did forget that. I think at the end of the day, when you look at this,
in the playoffs.
I know.
We're not talking.
I think when you look at
this, it doesn't matter.
Right. Playoffs.
I guess it's a good thing Mac isn't here because that's all he would have been saying. That it doesn't matter what their record would be because they're going to get fucking slaughtered by the Yankees in the playoffs, the first round of the playoffs. Shout out to Mac because I know he's listening.
That'll be in 2 weeks. I think, like I said, there's a ton of talent in the division. The Royals are in an interesting spot. The Indians are in an interesting spot to where both those teams can probably surprise a bunch of people. You got the Indians rotation up right now. It's a very good rotation in terms of the stuff that they have.
Mm-hmm.
Pitching staff as a whole is pretty good.
Let's do a new segment. We're gonna go through who has the best rotation, bullpen, lineup, bench. One from each, the best from each. I'll go through them a little slow again if you guys want me to. Here's the Indians pitching. Indians hitting.
Rotation, lineup. Would you say bullpen, bench?
Yeah. Rotation. Bullpen. Lineup. Bench.
I mean, realistically, the only thing I need to see is the bench.
All right. So here's the Indians bench. Royals bench.
Sheesh.
Max, who'd you pick?
He took the Royals.
For the Tigers. Come on, man. What are you talking about?
All right, I got him. It's not hard. Let's just say him. Let's just do it quicker that way.
All right,
I gotta write him down still. Hang on, I gotta go through this.
Just use your head, Max.
All right, rotation.
Cleveland.
Yeah, Indians. Max.
Yeah, I got the Indians there. I got the White Sox in the lineup.
You didn't get to the lineup yet, you prick. Bullpen.
Oh, I thought you were rotation lineup, bullpen, bench.
The White Sox.
Yep, White Sox. Same. Lineup.
Minnesota.
Twins. Max.
He said White Sox.
Yeah, the Twins.
Oh yeah,
I put White Sox. I flipped it. That's why.
And then bench.
Minnesota.
Bench has the Twins.
Yeah. Wow. We're all on the same page. Good job, guys.
Max may have just copied us, but I mean,
pretty much. You gotta write this down. You gotta write them down.
What are you writing down?
The only thing you need
write down.
The only thing that was really any question was the bench. Like,
yeah,
it was more for me than anything.
We know you're a visual person.
Yes,
visual person. I am. Yes, I am.
That's why you're a drug dealer.
Out of nowhere. Fuck. I'm not a drug dealer.
I'm
not a crook.
Not by trade.
That's just it's just a side hustle.
I'm not a crook.
See that window he's next to? The one that made him fucking gray 2 weeks ago? He just throws baggies out of it to people that drive by.
Yep.
All right, let's go.
Drug pong.
Let's move on from our preview.
Before the DEA comes to Max's house.
Yeah.
Again.
Top five.
Top five.
Top five. We're doing relief pitches this week.
Relief.
We're almost done.
Yep.
Two more.
All right.
Who are the two more, Max?
Bat boys and ball boys. Oh, starting pitchers too. I forgot about them.
Starting pitchers and ball boys. Come on.
Ball boys. Don't forget the book boys.
There are no book boys.
Still no American.
Keith Hernandez, number one.
All right.
Let's do this.
Mike, you want to go first?
Yeah, I'll go first. Devin Williams at 5, strictly for his upside and how dominant he was last year. I didn't want to put him any higher because we don't know what he is going to be.
Yeah.
Kirby Yates, very consistent except for last year where he got hurt. Brad Hand, been consistent every single year. And then it's 1 and 2 is so interchangeable, but for reasons. Hader and Hendricks are my 2 and 1. I'll send it in the chat.
All right. Good list. Like it. Max?
Hendricks and Hader could both be 1.
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah, it's 1 and 1A, really.
Yeah. Max, you want to go?
Yeah, I'll go. So at 5, I have Seth Lugo.
Okay.
Again, this guy is one of the best relievers in the game. When he's on, he's on.
Pick. That was fucking garbage. I'm kidding.
When he's on, he's on. And, I know everybody says he wants to start, and it's fair. You want to be the guy that starts the game instead of the guy in the middle of the game. But Seth Lugo is one of the best relievers in the game so far, right now. Got Brad Hand at 4, Kirby Yates at 3, Hendricks at 2, Hader at 1. Aside from injuries, Yates and Hand have been 2 of the best of the past couple of years. Patman on the outside looking at 6.
Mm-hmm. All right. Sadly, Chris Macca did not give us his top 5s for this week, but it will be in the Instagram edit, hopefully. So here's my list. I got Scott Proctor and Scott Schoenweiss, John Roush,
Aaron
Heilman, and Francisco Rodriguez.
Thank you.
Where's Guillermo Mota, bro?
Nah.
Dead.
He's number 6.
Jeez, Mike.
He's fucking terrible.
Roy's, bro. All right, here's my actual list, not my Max list. I'm going with Aroldis Chapman at number 5, Nick Anderson at number 4, Brad Hand at number 3, Josh Hader number 2, Liam Hendricks number 1.
Okay, I like that.
Aroldis Chapman is he's just Aroldis Chapman.
Yeah,
I'm
still chucking 99.
Yeah, I mean, and he's just been around forever. He's been doing it. And you look at his numbers over the past few years. What the fuck are Yankee fans complaining about? Those spoiled little bitches.
Because the ball goes out instead of. Yeah.
Say it again.
Because it's not throwing 104 anymore.
Yeah, but he's been getting it done. He's been having, the
ball goes out more often than they want to see. Which isn't even that often.
But that's what happens. That's what this game is now.
Right. Look at fucking Edwin Diaz as a prime example.
He had
ball goes out way more often than anyone wants to see.
He had an electric year last year.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Big confidence boost comeback year for him. He'll build on it this year.
Yeah, I mean, when you look at these lists too as a whole, there's so many different guys that could be on this list.
Mm-hmm.
As you said, Nick Anderson's on your list. He's outside looking on mine.
It's a definitive 1-2.
Yeah.
And then everything else is like a 15-player list that you can mix in.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, it's definitely an interesting position to look at too, because every year it's someone new.
Yeah.
Outside of like Devin Williams.
Yeah.
Prime example.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And you had Stalmont, right?
I did not have Stalmont
as your player to watch for the Royals.
For the Royals, yes.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a guy who could be on this list in a year or two.
Yeah, Gary Crotchet, too.
Yep. Crotchet, yeah.
Big fan of the crotch, Max.
I'm surprised you put Rick Vaughn on your list.
What an elite player, man. I got his jersey.
Just a bit outside.
I almost got Rick Vaughn socks.
What is this? No way.
I almost got Rick Vaughn socks the other day, actually.
Max sent his list? That's so weird.
What is that?
This is what's going on. He's saying names right. Mets officially signed Kevin Pillar to a 1-year deal.
Do you think he makes the club?
Yes.
Yeah.
Should.
Yeah. I think it's pretty easy to kind of just see, like, eyeballing the roster who's going to be on the club.
Yeah. All right. Let's not get too much into this because I want to go eat dinner at some point.
Me too. No,
I'm
not on that. Anything else?
Let's just I'll run through the transactions very quickly, unless you have something else.
I do have one thing. Sorry.
You run it. Okay. It's all good. Me?
Hey.
Ooh, hey now. All right.
Hey now.
Okay.
He don't miss, that's why.
Jason Kipnis signed a minor league deal. Didn't he retire? Or am I thinking of somebody else? He signed.
Oh, he said then he retired.
Did he retire? Who's the one who retired? Oh, Dozier. That was who it was.
Dozier.
Okay. Yeah, well, they were both Indians at one point. That's why I was confused. Or the same division, Twins, Indians. They both wore similar jerseys. Okay. Kipnis to the Braves. Travis Jankowski to the Phillies. CJ Cron to the Rockies. Austin Barnes re-signs with the Dodgers. Billy Hamilton to the Indians. Mike Fiers back with the A's. Blake Parker to the Indians. Cam Bedrosian to the Reds. Jeff Mathis to the Phillies. Corey Oswalt outrighted to AAA. Mets released Brad Brock. Tim Tebow retired. We talked about that. Gordo Parra back to the Nationals. Adam Duvall to the Marlins. Brad Miller to the Phillies. Tyler Anderson to the Pirates. Jake McGee to the Giants. Matt Harvey to the Orioles.
I like that.
Yeah. Who else? Yankees agree to term with 55 players. Literally, it's Kyle Barraclough, Yoenis Cecchine, Luis Garcia, Nick Goody, Adam Warren, Adrian Wiershowski, Socrates Brito, Jay Bruce, Robinson Chirinos, Derek Dietrich. All
you
the
are
Yankees.
Jesus Christ,
dude! There's a bunch more that I didn't even say because they're not really relevant. Cubs sign Workman. Paxton to the Mariners. Romo to the A's. Dozier retired. There it is. Perez back to the Indians. Naquin to the Reds. Going crosstown. Melanson and Kella to the Padres. Tyson Ross to the Rangers. Justin Turner re-ups for a 2-year deal with the Dodgers. Ken Giles to the Mariners. Petit back to the A's. Shoemaker to the Twins. Todd Frazier to the Pirates. And Aaron Sanchez to the Giants.
For 6 months.
Aaron Sanchez to the Giants. And that is all.
Todd Frazier will find a new home by mid-August. End of July, actually.
All right.
I'm excited. Spring training games start next Sunday, right?
If they're on TV.
Yes. On TV. Next Saturday. No.
Saturday?
Sunday. I said Sunday.
By the way, within the next 8 days.
Oh, okay. I thought it was next Saturday.
Whatever. It's next weekend.
Regardless,
it's soon. It can't come soon enough. Where do you think Odorizzi's going to sign?
Where or when? Would you say?
Both.
Tampa.
No, that's a good one.
I like that.
Piece of fucking shit out of me.
I think maybe Cincinnati.
Cincy. Interesting. Why?
Oh yeah, they are cutting. Yeah, that's true. I'm trying to think of a team that isn't cutting payroll though.
Yeah, I mean Tampa's a good call.
Just back to what he knows.
Yeah.
Similar with Archer.
I would say Minnesota if they didn't make the moves for Shoemaker and Hap.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's definitely an interesting thing. I
mean, maybe still Minnesota though. You never know. Yeah. But I think that would have happened already.
Yeah. Gardner back to the Yankees, by the way.
Yeah, that doesn't matter to me. It's useless.
Until Macker starts complaining about why they're not playing Clint Frazier.
Yeah, fair enough. All right, that's another episode for another time when Mac is back
in 2 weeks.
Bill, you have any last words?
Nope. God bless Tim Tebow.
We just need your last word, Max. That's why we're here.
Go check out all the other SSP podcasts.
Yeah,
we did
us, of course. Take a pitch. Tri-State Sports Beat. Yep, go on.
The cut. On the power play, and from the tips.
Check out the website. Check out our merch.
Partnership too.
Yes, they do. Great. Not to do with us. Check out our merch. If you buy merch and you send us a receipt, that offer's still on the table. Max will send you a tasteful picture. And that's it from me. Love you. Bye.
Peace.
Love you. Bye.
Peace.